Well, it's another cold and wet and dreary day here. It's been raining quite a lot recently, which is great for the garden, but not so great for outdoor activities. But that's okay, because we're tucked up inside and we're going to do some weaving. And today, so honeycomb, there's lots of variations with honeycomb, and it's a really cool structure to play around with. I did a little sample here for this video so that you could see it off the loom, because often people see honeycomb on the loom, it's under tension and it doesn't look the same as when it comes off the loom and sort of shrinks back in, and then you can really see the structure of these cells, which is like the typical honeycomb look you can see here. So I did a few different ones just to show you your options. These all have a plain warp. It's a white warp. You can warp any colour you want, but I do recommend that you warp with a solid colour rather than variegated, because otherwise it's going to look a little bit confused. I think something like honeycomb does actually look a bit better if you stick to solid colours. It's up to your preference, but here's an example. Here I used a variegated weft for the cells, and then a white weft to outline it with the white warp. It's nice, but I prefer the kind of bold look with the solid colours. And I just wanted to mention as well, with the warp colour, whatever colour you're using to outline your cells, use the same as your warp. Otherwise the structure, once again, it's going to look a bit messy and not quite right. There's an example of that here. I've used the white warp, I've used a variegated yarn for the cells, excuse me, and I have outlined it with black, and it just doesn't have the same impact, because these warp floats coming down here are all different colours. They'd be much more effective if they were black as well, which I might try sometime. So I've got 3 variations to show you today, and what I really want for these videos is for you to be able to make your own variations, and I want to show you how easy it is to do that once you understand the structure. You need 2 pickup sticks for this, and a couple of different yarns, like as I said, 2 different solids. So through this I will refer to the warp yarn and the outlining yarn as the white yarn, and I'll refer to the cell yarns as either the contrasting yarn or the actual colour that I'm using, to try and avoid confusion. Alright, so the first one we're going to do is this one, and I will show you that structure.